Hey, how's everyone doing? This is Oz with Oz Mechanics, and on today's video we have this 2011 Dodge Challenger right behind me. So the issue with this Dodge Challenger, customer was complaining that the vehicle does not start. It cranks really good but doesn't start. He did state that there's water in the trunk and he believes that that's the issue. But how about in today's video we try to figure out this issue and give the vehicle back to the customer. Whoop! All right, so we're inside the vehicle right now, and the issue that the customer was saying, he was basically saying that this has a nice, really good crank, but he really suspects that the issue is in the trunk. He noticed that on the text message, he put that there is water about a quarter away of the tank or the trunk, and the issue is that there's a fuse box down there. So that's where he's putting all his money on. He's actually a subscriber of mine. He was like, hey, if I drop off this vehicle, can you put it on YouTube? I said, we'll see what happens. But when I got to this, I was like, all right, this is an interesting enough case study. Is it going to be the fuse box? Is it going to be something else? But let me show you exactly what it does. So turn it on. As you see, feels like it wants to turn on, but just doesn't do anything. I do have a battery charger back there because I'm pretty sure this was just dead as a doornail. Let's try to talk to this and see what we have. Let's do our high-speed scan. All right, cool. As you can see, the radio's off because they put an aftermarket one, but let's check out this report and let's see what we have. All right, lost communication with radio, battery's low. Battery was low right here. Lost communication with TCM, ignition, the start one circuit low. I don't know if it's because of low battery. Cooling fan circuit low. Steering angle sensor initialized. Battery low, battery low, battery low, battery low. Lost communication, and so on. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to try this. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to send this to my email, but I'm not going to put the email in there. All right, so I saved the report. Now I saved it. Now what I want to do is clear the codes. At least we know which codes we had. We're going to clear the code, and I'm going to try to crank it again. I'm going to see which one comes up. Because remember, we did see that low ignition. But now, because we have 13.7 volts or 13.4 volts, we have a battery charge on there. So we're going to see what's going on. So now what we're going to try to do, let's try to start this. Man, it's like when it wants to start. Okay, cool. So now we're going to go ahead, rescan this, see if there's any codes. Awesome. See some right here. Oh, well, where are these? Oh, we can see them right here. Steering angle, no communication to the radio for sure. Low tire pressure, no communication. No communication to the radio, no communication to the radio. Okay. So right now we didn't have that ignition low. So what do we do now? What's going to be our thought process? Comment down below. Let me know what you would do at this situation. What I would do, if we want to check something out, what we're going to look for, we're going to see if we have ignition. We're going to see if we have fuel. And then on top of that, we're going to see if we have compression. But you can hear we have good compression. So that's going to be our next test. I don't see anything right here. PCM, like I said, there's no codes. So let's go check this out. Let's see what we have. And then we're going to try to figure this vehicle out. Hopefully it's not the fuse box back there. But we can go in the back and see what we have right there. But let's see what we can get. Let's go to the front of the hood. Whoop! All right, so we're underneath the hood right here. And look at this beautiful 5.7 liter Hemi. What a beaut. All right, so what can we test? We can take off this little beauty cover right here, put it aside, and we have our ignition coils. So we got a couple of tests that we can do. We can remove the ignition coil, see if we have any spark. So we can see if we have any activity with the injectors, with the Nord light. We can, I wish there was like a straighter valve, but this is what we have right here. We can try to open that up and see if there's any anything coming out from there. But I will tell you one thing, and this reminds me of the vans. You know, the Dodge vans, Chrysler vans, they all have one problem right here. You see this fuse box? Let's see if this is it. Yep, look at that. It's missing a lot of stuff right there. Why is it missing a lot of stuff? Because this is not just a fuse box. This is like a module. So where there should be all this fuses here and relays and so on, you know, this has internal relays. So dumb. I hate it. But this is just making an assumption right now. We're not jumping the gun yet. I've had a lot of them where we would put external relays for the fuel pump relay. If that's it, awesome. I'll be so happy. That's why I wish there's a Schrader valve here, but I don't see one anywhere. As you can see, does anyone see a Schrader valve? No. Okay, I don't see one. So the easiest test for me is we can just do this right now. Hopefully, let me put a rag down there. Hold up, give me 1 second. All right, this is not a concrete test, but what we're hoping right here is that these should have a built-up pressure. So when we open this, there should be fuel inside. That's just, you know, something that could be. But what's another thing that can happen? You know, if the check valve is not working, it can bleed the pressure right back. So what we're gonna do, be careful with this. Okay, we see a little bit of fuel. Okay, that's a little bit tiny fuel, not a lot. So could we have a bad check valve? That could be a possibility. So let me get my fuel pressure gauge. I want to hook it up in between there and see if we have any fuel pressure. That's what should be next. Let's go get that. I think we're getting somewhere. I think you're the problem. You're gonna be the problem, but let's not blame it yet. Let's see what's going on. Let's go get this. All right, so we have all this hooked up. I got little adapters right here that are hooked up to our gauge. And don't make fun of this. I know it's all cracked up. Man, guess what else broke too? Look at this. I'm losing, man. God, my button fell off. Everything's messing up right now. We're done with the rant. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and cycle this. So what this is gonna do, this is gonna let us know our relay's good and our fuel pump, you know, if it's working. So here you go. We're gonna go ahead, turn this on. I don't see nothing. Let's crank it over. Huh. All right. We just did that test right there. I want to try something out. You know, remember, this relay is internal to that fuse box. I'm going to try something. I've never tried this before, but it's worth a try. Why not? So what I'm going to do is just tap this. Just want to tap it, not hurt anything. It's like punch out. Pa, 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 pa. All right, we're just going to tap it. Like I said, we're not getting the mallet and hurting it. We're just giving it a little love tap. And we're going to see if that does anything. If that joggles any... Okay, that didn't work. So that's not going to be it. So now the next test is we can get our wiring diagram, see what we have, and then see if we can find out that wire. Or, if I'm not mistaken, this is not too bad. We can pull up the seat and the fuel pump should be somewhere back there. So I just gotta find a way to get this over, move it over, and sit back there. Because from there we can literally see everything. We can see the fuel pump and as well the wire. Because I'll tell you one thing, if we get to the fuel pump and we get powers and grounds, that's it. We know it's a fuel pump. If we don't get powers and grounds, we know it's that fuse box. but we're going to try to put an external relay because that's going to be a lot more economical, and it's going to be a lot easier to change out compared to the whole fuse box. I'll rather do that. So let's try to fit my fat butt that ripped my pants back in this little small space and try to get to that, and let's see what we can find out. Hopefully we can get this going. All right, so we have the back seat taken off and we can see our fuel pump right there, but we don't know which wires are which, so I don't know which one we're gonna be back probing. We can kind of guess right here, but I'd rather be safer than sorry. I know there's 5 choices right here, but let's go to our pro demand and we're gonna see our wiring and we're gonna see which ones we're gonna be going to, and just to verify that this is actually coming from the fuel pump relay, which I already know it is, but the ones that don't, at least we're gonna verify that. So let's go to the computer and let's check this out. All right, so we have pro demand right here, and what we're gonna do, we are gonna go find this relay, and as you can see right here, fuel pump relay, and this is in the power distribution center, right rear of trunk. Hey, did I just get met? Oh my God, look at that. This is real time right here. When I thought that fuel pump relay was over here, it's actually in the trunk. Holy smokes, did I just get owned? Remember, customer did state that water was in here. I thought it was always in the thing. Read service information, dummy. And that's what we did. All right, now I gotta find out which one of these is the fuel pump relay. Oh my God, I got owned so bad. He did tell me that these shocks do loosen up, so let me get one of these little tools to hold this in place. Now this is a whole different thing. I was thinking it was in the front. Man, I got owned. This is too crazy. Let's get that. Let's get a test light, and we're gonna test this out. We might have to do some bidirectionals to make sure that we're actually getting power, because if we go back over here, fuse 6 powers up the relay and then it comes out. So we don't have the out power right here. But as we can see right here, this is a dark blue and orange. And we go down, this is where it goes to. You see the fuel pump pro module, dark blue, orange, and then black and orange. Man, when you thought you knew, but you don't. That's why it's important to look at service information, or you can go into a black hole like I almost did right now. This is crazy. All right, let's go check this out. Let's go check out this fuel pump relay, which is, like it states right here, because I'm a dummy, power distribution center, right rear of trunk, fuel pump relay. But we don't know where's it at, so let's see which one. Power distribution center, that's gonna be it. Okay, so fuel pump relay, right there. So in the whole mix, I'll take a screenshot of this. And the whole mix. All right, cool. Now we have this right here, so it's gonna be that one right there. Let's go to it and check it out. It's gonna be this one right here. Oh man, I just broke a rule from what Paul Danner says. Don't take them out. Look at this. Oh God, man. I got too anxious. I just wanted to do it. I think this is going to be a pretty quick fix. I got too excited. I think it's going to be the fuse box. Damn it, I dropped this one. Let me finish this out. Man, y'all seeing all the bad stuff right now. Let me fish that out. But as you can see, look at the relay, man. I think I already found the freaking problem. Should have listened to what the customer was saying. It got flooded back here. Let me just take that off. I'm just gonna swap relays. Look at all that corrosion. Let me get the other relay. I'm just gonna pop that one in right here. If not, I'm just gonna get one from inside if I can find one, and we're gonna see if it turns on. Let's see what we can do. All right, so I couldn't find the exact one, but this 87, man, that looks bad. The E7A is not being used on the wiring diagram it shows. So what we can do, we got this one that's a 4-prong, and we're just going to use this to kind of see if it works. All right, let's put it on. Let's give this a shot. I already feel confident enough, man. Let's see. Am I confident enough to know where I left the keys? Oh, there they are. I feel like an old man. All right, let's see if this turns it on. I heard the fuel pump. I heard the fuel pump. You know, and you know what we're gonna do just to test this out? We're gonna put these right here. Let's see. There you go. I can hear the fuel pump. This sucker's gonna turn on. All right, here it goes. Oh, look at the fuel pressure too. Jesus. Okay. This is good and bad. Okay. Bad. I kind of made myself look like I made myself look like a dummy on YouTube. But the good. Now we know what it is. The good thing is that these are external. But I'm gonna give the customer an option, because if we go down here, let's see. You see that corrosion? Most likely everything's gonna be corroded inside, and these shouldn't be too expensive. I am gonna recommend a whole fuse box, and then after that they have to fix up whatever's causing this leak. I'm not too sure. Probably have to smoke this out, but this was a crazy diag right here. This lets you know service information is first, like my good friend Keith Perkins says on his programming class. What do you want to do next? Service information. That's what you gotta do. Even when you think that you know the system, like I told you, I thought the the fuel pump relay was right in the front, but I was owned by this vehicle. I didn't waste too much more time, but I found out it was right here. So there you go. So the video is not over, but this is crazy. It's gonna be over right after this. So I called the dealership just to see how much this sucker is. $1,400. You have to buy the whole wiring harness that goes from here on out. So this wiring harness goes through here all the way over there. They want $1,400. So guess what? We're gonna replace all these relays, fuses, everything on here, and check that out, and clean all these up. You see that? So we're gonna clean all these up and make sure they're nice and clean. Until they're nice and clean, that's when we're gonna have the actual fix. But yeah, the good thing is that this is not a circuit board. It's just literally connectors. So we just gotta go through each single one of them and clean them up. I'm pretty sure customer's gonna opt out of this. $1,400, Jesus Christ. All right, I'll let you know what else we'll find out. We're gonna find out on this, and we'll see what we can do. $1,400. All right. You think I was gonna end like that? Remember, if we clean this up, put relays and all that, it's still gonna get wet again. So we gotta find out where the leak is coming from. I already found it right here. So what I got was some coolant. I'm just playing around. It's just water, regular water, you see. And what we're gonna do, we just kind of poured it all around here, and look what we found. So if I pour it right here, look at that. This is what's going down, and that's what's filling up. So there you go. That has to be fixed up. This is actually broken. You see, there's one on this side, and this one's nice and tight. This one is loose and broken. So we just got to replace that, clean those up, change them out, and there you go. We are done. All right, so there you go. What do you think of my diag? What do you think of my pants ripping halfway through? Let me know. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. What would you change? What would you do differently? Would you just go straight to service information? You know, when I'm making videos, I'm trying to think a million times a second. So comment down below, let me know what you think. Are you gonna be a mess up like me and make yourself look like a fool, but then get it fixed? Let me know what you think down below. So if you do like these videos, please put a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that little notification bell to get all the brand new videos coming out from Miles Mechanics. Y'all take care. Y'all have a nice day. Goodbye.